Hello everyone, my name is Duff, and today's learner lecture is going to be on AI-assisted cyber attacks and defense. Artificial intelligence is changing cybersecurity on both sides. Attackers can now automate phishing, reconnaissance, and even malware deployment faster than ever before. And at the same time, defenders are using AI to improve detection, monitoring, and incident response. This presentation focuses on how AI impacts privacy, authentication, malware intrusion, and defense strategies, and I'm actually going to give you a real life example. In the past, sophisticated phishing campaigns or malware development require significant technical skills. Today, AI tools can help generate believable emails, fake conversations, scripts, and social engineering attacks much faster. Authentication systems are under pressure because attackers now use deepfakes, voice cloning, and multi-factor authentication fatigue attacks. Organizations can now need stronger logging verification processes and behavioral monitoring and incident response capabilities like never before. AI is changing how attackers operate by increasing speed and personalization. Attackers can use public information from social media, company websites, and even data breaches to create highly targeted phishing attacks. Voice cloning, like 11 Labs, can imitate executives, family members, coworkers to manipulate victims into sharing credentials or approving access requests. AI can assist with malware scripting, reconnaissance, and generating multiple attack variations very quickly. The major risk is not that AI magically creates these new attacks. The real issue is that AI scales deception and automation. Privacy is a huge issue, and it's been directly connected with cybersecurity defense, with multi-factor authentication and behavioral analytics. But today, hackers are often being able to collect publicly information from names, job titles, email addresses, voice clips, social media activity, and being able to create deepfakes and scraping your social media off of YouTube, TikTok. If you're a content creator, they can recreate your likeness using deepfakes. AI systems can process and organize this information quickly, helping attackers create more believable scams. After major data breaches, people now expect organizations to not only protect their passwords, but also all of the personal identifying information and behavioral data. Privacy is no longer only a compliance issue, it is part of security strategy, and so you want to make sure that you're not putting a lot of information out there. Authentication systems are increasingly being targeted by AI-assisted social engineering. Passwords alone are weak because users can still be tricked into revealing them. Multi-factor authentication helps improve security, but attackers can abuse multi-factor authentication through push fatigue attacks or even fake login pages. Biometric authentication also has risks because AI can manipulate voice and facial content through deepfake technology. Organizations and businesses should combine layered verification, least privileged access control, and abnormal login detection with strong monitoring systems to protect the individual, but also the company's assets. AI can support malware and intrusion activity like never before. Attackers can use AI to summarize vulnerabilities, draft scripts, and create convincing phishing attacks. Again, the largest risk is speed and scale. AI allows attackers to test many versions of attacks very quickly. They don't need to now focus on one target like a spearing campaign. They can actually do this at scale, attacking multiple sites, companies, people at the same time. Because of this, defenders cannot rely only on known malware signatures anymore. Behavior-based detection becomes extremely important, and organizations should monitor for unusual outbound traffic, privilege escalation, repeat failure logins, suspicious PowerShell activity, and abnormal user behavior. So if someone's logging in from all sorts of different countries within a certain time frame, you will definitely want to flag that for abnormal behavior. Recently, a company asked me for feedback on their website, and so I actually took their website and fed it into an AI system and had it do a security posture check. And it was able to identify through passive reconnaissance that they had access control allow origins as a wildcard, which may increase exposure risk to APIs if not properly secured. At the same time, positive controls were observed, such as including HTTPS, security headers, as well as demonstrating how attackers can gather information from their staging site. They actually had their staging open to the public, which is a security risk in itself, and AI tools can accelerate this reconnaissance by automatically organizing findings and identifying weak points. And that's exactly what I did, is I had it print me off a huge report and I sent it to them as a security check, and hopefully it will land me a job just because I went above and beyond what they asked for. So how can organizations respond and defend against AI-assisted attacks? Organizations need layered security strategies, and it is important that they start implementing phishing-resistant multi-factor authentication, employee awareness training so that your employees do not get attacked through social engineering tactics, SIM monitoring with all the data that is there, IDS and IPS systems, network segmentations like VLANs, least privilege access control, and making sure that there is no access control creep, endpoint monitoring with agents, which are super important, and organizations also protect AI-related systems and training data from tampering or unauthorized access. Modern security relies on visibility, monitoring, and rapid incident response. So here is a simple discussion scenario for everyone. An employee receives a voicemail that sounds exactly like the CFO asking for urgent access to financial reports and requesting approval of a MFA prompt. This can be easily done with 11 Labs, and it can be used to copy the voice, the tone, the cadence of a CEO or just anyone in the C-suite. At this point, really employees should verify the request through another trusted communication channel, report the attempt through security, avoid approving anything that is an MFA request, and preserving the message for evidence in a forensic report down the road. This scenario demonstrates how AI-assisted impersonation can bypass trust if organizations do not enforce verification procedures. So this is a discussion question for everyone to consider. Should organizations automatically distrust AI-generated voice or video? What is more efficient against AI-assisted attacks? Employee training, technical controls, or a combination of both? Should companies restrict employees using use of public AI tools, or should they have their own locally hosted AI that is meant to not leave the organization and all that data being kept in-house? Should digital forensics and incident response change with AI-generated impersonations or evidence becomes common? So thanks again so much for listening to my presentation. The main takeaways is that AI increases speed, scale, and believability. Privacy, authentication, malware intrusion, and behavioral monitoring are now closely connected. The defense to this is really multi-factor authentication, verification procedures, least privilege logging, segmentation, user awareness, and behavioral detection. AI does not replace cybersecurity fundamentals. It makes those fundamentals even more important. And through this research, I've learned quite a bit by using information taken from FTC, the NIST organization, and CISA with international cybersecurity agencies. These sources really helped me support my decision and discussion about AI risk management, voice cloning threats, and as well as defensive security practices. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I'll see you on the next one.